Let us now talk about energy balancing points. Thin, wrinkly skin. Imbalance in the lung, spleen, and kidney. Treatment: lung 1, front point of the large meridian, crossing point of the lung and spleen meridian, regulates and descends lung qi. Lung 9 is the yuan source point of the lung meridian, shoestring point of the lung meridian, converging point of the vessel, tonifies lung qi and yin, descends lung qi, tonifies gathering qi. Ren 17 is the front point of the pericardium, converging point of the qi. It tonifies and regulates lung qi. Spleen 3 is yuan source point of the spleen meridian, shoestring point of the spleen meridian, and strengthens the spleen. Kidney 10 is the husi point of the kidney meridian, benefits the kidneys. Hanging puffy skin. Imbalance, spleen. Treatment: bladder 20, bakshu point of the spleen, tonifies spleen and stomach qi and yang, resolves dampness, regulates spleen and stomach qi. Stomach 36, husi point of the stomach meridian, harmonizes and strengthens the spleen and stomach. Spleen 1, jingwell point of the spleen meridian, regulates the spleen. Moksha. Swollen face. Imbalance, spleen. Treatment: spleen 9, husi point of the spleen meridian, resolves dampness of the lower jaw, regulates the spleen, frees the water passages and urination. Stomach 40, connecting point of the stomach meridian, transforms phlegm and dampness. Bladder 20, bakshu point of the spleen, tonifies spleen, stomach qi and yang, resolves dampness, regulates spleen and stomach qi. Swollen eyelids. If the imbalance is due to excessive dampness in the spleen, use spleen 9, husi point of the spleen meridian, resolves dampness of the lower jaw, regulates the spleen, frees the water passages and urination. Stomach 40, connecting point of the stomach meridian, transforms phlegm and dampness. And bladder 20. If the imbalance is due to stagnation of damp in the spleen, use spleen 9, stomach 40, and bladder 20. If the imbalance is due to spleen, blood, and qi deficiency, use liver 13, front point of the spleen meridian, crossing point of the zhang organs, harmonizes the liver and spleen, regulates liver qi, regulates the middle and lower jaws. Bladder 20. Gallbladder 20, crossing point of the gallbladder meridian and the yang wei vessel, subdues liver yang. Li4, yuan source point of the large intestine meridian, command point of the head and face, regulates the face and head area. Dark rings below the eyes. If due to kidney yin deficiency, use kidney 7, jing river point of the kidney meridian, strengthens the kidneys, or kidney 10, husi point of the kidney meridian, resolves dampness and damp heat from the lower jaw, benefits the kidneys. If imbalance is caused by kidney yang deficiency, use bladder 23, the bakshu point of the kidney, strengthens the kidneys, tonifies kidney yang, nourishes kidney yin and essence, and resolves dampness. Kidney 3 is yuan source point of the kidney meridian and the shoestring point, tonifies the kidneys, yin and yang. And bladder 67, the jingwell point of the urinary bladder meridian, regulates the kidneys and tonifies the qi. Dull skin is due to imbalance in the lung and kidney. Use bladder 13, bakshu point of the lung, strengthens lung qi, spreads and descends lung qi, regulates lung qi, opens the chest and clears lung heat. Lung 10 is the yin spring point of the lung meridian, clears lung heat. Li11 is the husi point of the large intestine meridian, clears heat, cools blood, resolves dampness, regulates qi and blood. Bladder 23 is bakshu point of the kidney. Kidney 3 is Yuan source point and shoestring point of the kidney meridian. Bladder 67 is Jingwell point of the urinary bladder meridian. Dull, lifeless hair. We have kidney yang deficiency and lung qi deficiency. Treatment: bladder 13, lung 10, LI 11, bladder 23, kidney 3, bladder 67. Dry hair with dandruff, imbalance in the lung and kidney. Use the following points. Lung 1, front midpoint of the lung meridian. Lung 9 is Yuan source point and shoestring point of the lung meridian. Ren 17 is front midpoint of the pericardium, converging point of qi, tonifies and regulates lung qi. Kidney 7 is Jing River point of the kidney meridian, strengthens the kidneys. Kidney 10 is Husi point of the kidney meridian, resolves dampness and damp heat from the lower jaw, benefits the kidneys. And Ren 3, front mu point of the urinary bladder, benefits the urinary bladder, benefits urination, regulates the lower jaw. And spleen 6, to strengthen the kidneys, to nourish blood and yin. Cellulite. Imbalance, damp stagnation in the spleen and affected meridian. Use bladder 20, bakshu point of the spleen, stomach 40, low connecting point of the stomach meridian, bladder 19, bakshu point of the gallbladder, GB 37, low connecting point of the gallbladder meridian, activates the meridian. Bladder 28, bakshu point of the urinary bladder, regulates the bladder, resolves dampness and damp heat, removes stagnation, opens the water passages. Bladder 58, low connecting point of the urinary bladder meridian, expels wind damp, harmonizes excess above and deficiency below. Small breasts, imbalance, spleen and liver blood deficiency. Spleen 3, Yuan source point and shoestring point of the spleen meridian, strengthens the spleen, harmonizes and regulates the spleen and stomach. Liver 13 is front mu point of the spleen meridian, crossing point of the Zhang organs, harmonizes the liver and spleen, regulates liver qi, regulates the middle and lower jaws. Ren 17 is front mu point of the pericardium, converging point of the qi and benefits the breasts. Ren 12 is the front mu point of the stomach, converging point of the fu organs, crossing point of the Ren vessel and small intestine, sanjiao and stomach meridians. Strengthens and harmonizes the spleen and stomach. Stomach 43 is shoestring point of the stomach meridian, regulates the stomach, spleen and intestines. Liver 1 is Jingwell point of the liver meridian and regulates liver qi. Liver 14, front mu point of the liver meridian, crossing point of the liver and spleen meridians and the yin wei vessel, harmonizes the liver and stomach, regulates liver qi, moves the blood. For large, heavy breasts, imbalance, excess dampness in the spleen and liver. Treatment: bladder 18, front mu point of the liver meridian, crossing point of the liver and spleen meridians and the yin wei vessel, harmonizes the liver and stomach, regulates liver qi, moves the blood. Bladder 20 is bakshu point of the spleen. Spleen 9, Husi point of the spleen meridian, resolves dampness of the lower jaw, regulates the spleen, frees the water passages and urination. Stomach 40 is Lu connecting point of the stomach meridian. Liver 2 is Ying spring point of the liver meridian, regulates liver qi, benefits the lower jaw. GB 37 is Lu connecting point of the gallbladder meridian, activates the meridian. Sanjiao 5 is Lu connecting point of the Sanjiao meridian, activates the meridian. And bladder 39 is lower Husi point of the Sanjiao, harmonizes the Sanjiao, opens the water passages, and benefits urination. Obesity, imbalance, damp stagnation in the spleen. Treatment, spleen 9, the Husi point of the spleen meridian, resolves dampness of the lower jaw, regulates the spleen, frees the water passages and urination. Stomach 40, low connecting point of the stomach meridian, transforms phlegm and dampness. Bladder 20, backshoe point of the spleen, tonifies spleen, stomach qi and yang, nourishes blood, resolves dampness, regulates spleen and stomach qi. Bladder 21 is backshoe point of the stomach, regulates and harmonizes stomach qi, resolves dampness, alleviates food stagnation. PC6 is loop connecting point of the pericardium meridian, harmonizes the stomach, regulates the qi. Liver 1 is Jingwell point of the liver meridian, regulates liver qi. Ren 12, front mu point of the stomach, converging point of the Fu organs, crossing point of the Ren vessel and small intestine, Sanjiao, and stomach meridians, strengthens and harmonizes the spleen and stomach, resolves dampness. And spleen 1, Jingwell point of the spleen meridian, regulates the spleen. Moxa, both Ren 12 and spleen 1. Thank you very much for listening.